Welcome, my esteemed guests.
I'm sure you're all wondering why I've gathered you here today on this dark and stormy night. But before we get into things, I'm sure we would all enjoy a quick introduction. First, we have Miss Pheasant, one of Hollywood's newest and greatest rising stars. Professor Prune, a PhD in thermonuclear warfare. Colonel Dijon, a recently retired military general, and my brother.
I have a name.
What's your name?
Alfred.
And Alfred, my butler. Now that we have these trivia matters out of the way.
What happened to the lights?
The storm must have taken him out.
Oh my word, is he dead?
Dead? Huh, I'm late. Who did this?
I saw the butler.
She reached out at her brother.
Because whoever did receives $10,000. I was here to do the job myself, but it looks like someone beat me to it.
On second thought, on the other hand. I got an anonymous tip that there would be a party! Oh my word, is he dead?
A murder. Most foul. Fear not, my friends, for I'm Detective Ava Carson.
Don't worry, for I will get to the bottom of this and deliver justice. I will, of course, have to interview you all individually, starting with you, Bird Lady, with me. Now, if you will, what were you doing at the time of the murder?
I was being introduced, as were the rest of the guests, when suddenly the lights went out and...
Oh my. Is that the same ink on my dress as was found on the body of the victim? However did that get there?
I sure hope this doesn't put me in any suspicious light, Detective.
Indeed. It does appear to be the very same. How convenient.
Thank you for your time. You can go now. So, Colonel Dijon, I heard you were recently retired from the military. What was your field of practice?
I planned assassinations. My speciality was death by blunt force trauma.
Thank you for your service and your dedication to our country. On an entirely unrelated note,
Did you recognize the dents in the victim's head?
Ah yes, they seem to be an exact match to a 3-foot straight pipe wrench.
Here, I think you dropped this.
Thank you.
thank you for your help. You're dismissed.
Professor Prune, how are you feeling right now? I know this has all been quite traumatic.
Oh, I just feel a bit faint. Let me grab my smelling salts.
Oh my.
Is that a 44 Magnum? Because that's the exact caliber that matches the gunshot wounds of the victim. Do you have anything to say about this?
I'm afraid I don't. I'm sorry.
Very well then. You can go now.
Alfred, I hear you are the butler of this estate. Is that true?
Yes, it is. Would you mind explaining to me what you were doing leading up to the party?
You see, I was simply preparing the drinks. If I may add, it looks like our dear host was poisoned. The death was so sudden. But of course, this can't possibly be a treat, because I was the only one who had access to his drink.
You wouldn't happen to have a pen, would you? My pen is not working.
Oh, yeah, I believe I... How did that poison get in there?
I asked for a pen.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Thank you. Would you mind bringing everyone into the dining room?
How's it going?
After much time and deliberation, I've come to a conclusion about who the murderer is. Alfred, it couldn't possibly be you. I can tell by the grief on your face you couldn't handle the loss of such a dear friend. As for Professor Prune, she is not so easily cleared. But luckily for her, the gunshot was done in the dark, and therefore poorly aimed. And we all know Professor Prune has impeccable aim. Now to Miss Pheasant, who had the same ink on her dress that was found on the victim. Thankfully, there is no way that ink could have killed this man, leaving only one, Colonel Dijon. You were recently retired from the military. And what did you do there? planned assassinations. Not only that, but I found in your possession a wrench that perfectly matched the wounds on the head of the victim. And for that, I believe that you are the murderer of this man.
I was told to give this letter to you.
So, the post-mortem analysis says that the cause of death was a heart attack. Well, I guess you're all clear. Case closed.